What is assault under Oklahoma criminal law? I'm Tulsa Attorney James Wirth. That's the question that we have. And what is assault? Well, it is a misdemeanor crime. You often hear it with battery, assault and battery, but those are actually two distinct crimes. There's assault and then there's assault and battery. So what is assault? Well, it is defined by Oklahoma law, and there's certain elements that must be proven in order for someone to be guilty of assault. And those elements are willful, unlawful, attempt or offer with force or violence to do bodily harm to a person of another. So it's essentially an attempt to do bodily harm or an offer to do bodily harm to another person. So generally we look at it to where if you go up, you act like you're gonna punch somebody, you don't actually follow through. If you put that person in apprehension that they're going to be hit or struck, then that sounds a lot like an assault. Now where it becomes a battery is if you actually make contact. When there's physical contact made, that's the battery part. So usually they go together if there's gonna be a battery. There's not just a separate battery because usually the assault, when it comes into contact, results in a battery, so it's assault and battery. Like I said, that's a separate offense from assault. Now, if it's just the assault where you put someone in fear, apprehension that there's going to be a battery, that is a distinct crime. As I advised, it's got its own punishment, up to 30 days imprisonment in the county jail if you are found guilty of assault. If you make contact, though, it then becomes a battery. And they do have to prove, like I said, each of those elements. It's interesting to note that the willful element there, sometimes we have specific intent crimes, sometimes we have a general intent crime. So if this were a specific intent crime, then the willfulness would mean that you had an intent to cause them to be apprehensive. But that is not what it means here. This is a general intent crime because it is defined in the definitions, and it defines willful as purposeful. But then it notes willful does not require any intent to violate the law or intent to injure or to acquire any advantage. So it's a pretty general intent. You intended to do the act that caused what is the elements of the offense, as opposed that you intended the result of the offense, which ultimately would be more of a specific intent crime. So that is what assault is in Oklahoma. It's a misdemeanor offense with a possibility of up to 30 days in jail, and it is short of a battery, which is a more significant but still a misdemeanor offense in Oklahoma. If you're dealing with an allegation of assault, a battery, or anything in Oklahoma court, you're going to want to talk to an attorney about that privately and confidentially to receive legal advice specific to your circumstances. To get that scheduled with somebody at my office, you can go online to makelawEasy.com.